Take a moment to pause at these statistics and look them over. Shake Milton is absolutely amazing. This video has been several years in the making. He could shoot, he can drive, he can attack. There's so much about Shake Milton, and in this review, you're going to see why Brett Brown finally made the move to put him at point guard and what he's going to do for not only Ben Simmons, but for the entire Sixers roster moving forward. And watch right here, you're going to see Shake Milton spotting up pretty much from everywhere on the court. Now, the reason I chose college tape is that I wanted to show Sixers fans that Shake Milton has always been an elite catch-and-shoot player even before coming into the draft. He's good at this skill. So he is going to say one-on-one situations. And what I want you to take a notice at is how Shake Milton is able to use his dribble to get to where he wants on the court. That reminds me so much of Andre Miller, that veteran heady presence. He's not the quickest guy, but he is the greatest shifty speed. Again, if you watch Andre Miller, it's that same type of skill. And to see that in a 21, 22-year-old guard now, and in these clips he's 18 and 19, it's just so incredibly high upside. Even with the injuries, he should have still been a first-round pick. I mean, what else are you looking for? His ability to be able to get to the lane and finish at times. Aerobatic challenges, not the most air-gifted athlete, but his body control and his ability to use angles, that's still a real skill. And when you combine his deadly ability to shoot on the ball and off the ball, that means he's going to have numerous opportunities to drive. Shake Milton's offense will absolutely translate in the playoffs. Not only will it translate in the playoffs, but the more I look at his tape in the NBA, and as I look at his tape here in college and see, the potential of what he became, I am stunned that he wasn't a top 10 pick, even with the injury. And I am furthermore stunned that it took this long to put this kid in the lineup. He's tall, he's versatile, he can handle, he can play on ball, off ball. He's a perfect complement to Joel Embiid and Ben Simmons. He will have the starter spot for the foreseeable future. And not only that, but next year, he will absolutely be an all-star. Because I can't imagine a more versatile guard. Shake Milton was better than Markelle Fultz in college, in my opinion, because his game was more complete. Right here, we're going to be looking at the pick-and-roll game. The interesting thing about Shake Milton pick-and-roll is that he has the ability to reject the screen, as well as he can pass it on a dime to big men. But mostly in college, he rejected the screen. See, and that's not really a bad thing. Young guards, really, especially, are extremely confident in their game, so they'll drive it to the basket. But Shake Milton does have good vision on these plays. I wish I could have included some NBA clips here too, but I can really only upload one thing at a time. But just look at his explosiveness on angles, and you can see, now imagine that instead of average big man here, that is Ben Simmons setting these screens and rolling to the rim. Ben is going to get like 2 or 4 alley-oops a game, because Shake Milton is not a sharp player. Just here in college, he's incredibly young. But you can see his ability to pull up on a dime on these jumpers, or he can get to the rim with his handle, as I said in the earlier clip. His ability to be shifty and control and to keep his dribble alive. All of that is what makes him a great pick-and-roll player, not only in college, but it translated to the next level. The Sixers, Brett Brown is right. We don't have a lot of pick-and-roll guards, but we do have Shake Milton, who is a very, very good guard at it. And that's why Brett Brown finally moved him to the lineup, and it's where he should always be moving forward, because Ben Simmons is one of the most dangerous rollers in the league. He can roll and dunk, and if that shot is for real, he can roll and pop out and shoot, and then he'll have that whole lane for himself too, with Joel Embiid as the weak side finisher. The Sixers offense is about to explode because it finally has the guard on the top of the key. And this is the guard in Shake Milton, who, again, I just really, really love. Look at how he's using his forearm, but not enough to get an offensive foul. Cough, Giannis, cough. Shake's advanced guard skills, even for a college player. Oh, look at that step-back jump shot. Now, one of the most confusing things is that Shake Milton is an excellent off-ball shooter, but both in college and in the pros, he, for some reason, does not have the greatest percentages on off-screen shots. Although here on this clip that was uploaded, they certainly showed him knocking these shots down. If I had to speculate, I think part of it is definitely sample size. But I also think a lot of it, if you look at Shake Milton's release, it's an incredibly accurate release. but it's not the quickest release either. So what you might find is that off screens, you know how defenders like a Matisse Bible, for example, would shoot the gap on these screens, and so you would close out really quick. And I think that that's part of the reason why his off-screen game isn't quite as elite as everything else about his shooting game. But that doesn't mean that Shake Milton, you can see here, look how he runs in motion. So I think it really is going to be a matter of Shake Milton being able to create more separation. This will grow as he matures in the league. And I also think that maybe if he gets his release a little quicker while being consistent, he'll be able to shoot better off-screen plays. But, you know, all young players can develop. The very fact that this is one of the very little nitpicks, one of the little chinks of the armor of Shake Milton's offense should excite Sixer fans. Because this is a shooting guard, point guard, with really all the tools offensively at such a young age. You know, the Sixers, when they signed Al Horford, they needed a break. They needed something to off-balance that contract. And Shake Milton is it. With the 57th pick, they drafted a starting caliber guard. Absolutely lucky, incredibly lucky. And finally, we will look at the part of his game that has translated the most and is his deadliest weapon, the catch and shoot ability of Shake Milton. Now, we've all talked about earlier how he's able to keep his dribble alive, how he's able to take great angles. And this is why his catch and shoot game is so deadly. I can't close up aggressively to Shake because if I do, Shake will blow by me. He's athletic enough where in open space he can get a dunk or a layup. But he's also an accurate shooter with great compact release. He's able to square his shoulders up easily. And he doesn't take long to fire. When I say his release is slow, I mean in relative terms, it's slow compared to an elite shooter like a Reggie Miller, Ray Allen. They release that thing, you know, in 0.4 seconds. I think Shake Milton needs 0.7. That's nitpicking, but it's incredibly important with these fast-ass athletes, you know, in off-screen situations. But on these catch-and-shoot situations where the defender is like 5 feet away, no dice. You're not catching up to that. And because he can drive, again, it really hinders you as a defender because if I go too close, he can blow by me. That compact game that he has, that elite shooting, that finishing, that driving, all of that makes up an elite guard. Like, this isn't some, oh my god, Robert Covington. This is higher than that. This kid, there was no reason he shouldn't be a perennial all-star. His defense is average, it's okay, but his offensive package more than makes up for the fact that he's a solid defender. I've never personally believed in the idea of this all-NBA defensive team. The idea that we could copy the Detroit Pistons, the 2004 Pistons, was nice, but I'm personally of the belief that if you have a top 5 offense, and if you have a top 13 defense, that is a contending championship team. We've seen it in the past. We've seen that the Miami Heat under Eric Spoelstra with LeBron James, Chris Bosh, and Dwayne Wade was a very explosive offense, and defensively they were good too, but their offense is what they were known for the most. The 2011 Dallas Mavericks was actually a better blueprint for the Sixers, where Dirk Nowitzki and Joel Embiid could take that role too. But overall, Shake Milton is a very, very good guard, and I am happy that we have him in the Sixers uniform and in the starting lineup.